little beep noise. So that's what it is when you record on YouTube. That's what does that. Okay, people, you got what's left of your Hollow Mad Mud Duck here at you, and I'm not sure, but I think I've had a little minor heart attack here. Cardio malfunction, yeah, or function, or fucking, I don't know. Looks like I'm going to be pretty close to dead here, and you know what? Us yellow beards are more dangerous when we're dead. And there's a joke in there somewhere referring to an old goddamn movie, but been an interesting day. Sent Trooper Llewellyn an email of, made some phone calls. Called down to a wrecking yard that I used to work with when it had a different name. Turns out that I was right on my assumption that there had to be a stock or a yard number on that paperwork, or that vehicle never passed through that gate. And I told him, I called him and said, hey, I got an oddball off the wall question for you, something you probably don't hear too often. And the guy says, well, fine, that's my favorite sort of questions. I said, still got to put a yard number or a stock number on a vehicle that you guys are wrecking, something that comes behind the fence. And he goes, yeah. He goes, if it don't have a number on it, it didn't come in our yard. And I said, well, I'm having a problem with my stolen truck to this some bitch up in Federal Way. And he goes, oh, Travis, huh? You're dealing with his shit. I said, yeah. And I said, yeah. He goes, Federal police illegally impounded your vehicle and Travis towed it off and sold it at auction? I said, yeah. He goes, yeah, Federal police have got a little bit of trouble. Travis ain't been around for about 3 years about the shit him and the Federal police were pulling on people. I go, really? He goes, yeah, Travis is out hiding somewhere. And I said, well, he's either at his place over in Wana or at this address down in Vancouver. He says, oh, you've been tracking him too. A lot of people have. So evidently, somebody's going to get this son of a bitch before I get to him. One can only hope. And then I tell him, well, you know, I got a fucking record report that they destroyed my truck down at Benford. And he goes, oh, get them shady son of a bitches. They've been pulling shit like that for a couple years and they need to be caught up with. They're giving wrecking yards bad names. They're picking up vehicles alongside the road and fucking scrapping them out with no numbers. I said, well, that's why Abandon was shut down, because one of the tow drivers was bringing shit in the middle of the night, taking it in the back, stripping it out. He goes, that's what I heard. And I said, yeah, Richie come home from deer hunting over in Montana and found goddamn Dopey in the bay, one of the bays there in the shop. He goes, Center Bay? I said, yeah, that's usually the one they would use. He said he comes in, finds Dopey stripping out a Corvette. He ended up calling the cops, State Patrol, on Dopey. That's why Dopey went off to prison, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Richie took a few dings on it, but goddamn wrecking yard was a tax write-off for him because he got pissed off. So it's a pissy when we were paying the bills and making money when he was gone. Comes home from a hunting trip and goddamn, we're making a profit. He got pissy about it. We had all the bills paid, had money in the bank, making a profit. Was buying cars that needed fixed, fixing them and selling them off the lot. And evidently, it was a tax write-off and we weren't supposed to make any fucking money at it. Oh well, who knew? I thought the whole purpose of a business was to make money, but what the fuck did I know about shady tax shit? So, I know that Benford's crooked. He confirmed my suspicion about the Federal police and goddamn ABT towing being car thieves. Called up the ABT tow and asked them, hey, you guys got any records? I'm looking for some records from 1994. And they said, we don't have anything to do with the previous owner's stuff. All we got in common is the business name and the phone number. We don't have any of his records. We don't associate with anything that has to do with him. And I think the guy's name was Mike. Evidently, a lot of people call up there complaining about shit that fucking Travis did. Well, you know, if Travis wasn't such a fucking piece of shit. So, got that taken care of and done. Called down to Benford again. Said, hey, rumor has it that my stolen truck might have ended up down in your yard. You guys got anything down there that looks like a maroon 93 Chevy Silverado with a gold interior? It's a 4x4. Was kind of a pretty truck last time I seen it. And I didn't get a call back on it. And I've been making this call since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, 3 days in a row I've called them and said that, and they ain't called me back. And I've been told that I cannot go down there and fucking question them in person about it. It's been suggested that if I go down there and do that, they're going to take me back in the backyard and shoot me. Stuff me in one of the goddamn ones that's going to be crushed, and my bones will be found somewhere. Yeah. No. Throw me in the back of a car that's going to be crushed, motherfuckers. Yeah, right. Best way to get rid of a fucking body is an old water heat. Oh, didn't say that. So, I sent an email off to the state patrol trooper and told him what I told you yesterday about the yard number, the stock number. I just confirmed it with the wrecking yard, the people I know. And I sent him a picture of my Truckadero so he knew what they were looking for. Called Belinda, told her what was going on. For some reason, the phone hung up 4 times while we were busy trying to confirm my plate number, and I kept telling her, it's easy to remember. And every time I got up to the point of, it's easy to remember, the phone would hang up. Curiouser and curiouser. So I waited an hour, called back, and I guess phone and computer systems all through the state are being screwy today. I told her it's easy to remember my plate number. All you have to do is remember the numbers are 1, 1953. And at the beginning is a B, and at the end is a G. And I said, I don't know how it works out, that lady. It's just pure fate, but those happen to be your initials. And she said, yeah, I always thought that was kind of funny that my initials was part of your plate number. And I said, well, I guess it's just fucking destiny. We were meant to hook up this way and talk back and forth. And she's a fantastic lady. Evidently, her husband has heart problems too. And she's got a thing about reprimanding me about taking it easy. And she thinks it's possible that the stroke and heart attack was caused from stress about this. Because she says, you know, your heart attack was like right after you called me for the month to check to see if your truck was still in your name. Because I keep having the police and everybody tell me I need to take it out of my name. Well, I didn't sell it to anybody. I didn't authorize anybody to take off in the goddamn thing. So it's still my motherfucking truck. So I looked it up on the calendar, and goddamn, if she wasn't right, I called her that Friday, and that Saturday is when I had the fucking heart attack, that Saturday night, because I was up doing legal shit and searching goddamn RCWs and trying to figure out who else to fuck with and rattle their cage. And so she might be right. I might have fucking vapor locked and stroked out because stress on this. let me tell you, right now I'm suffering some real interesting chest pains. You got enough. It's enough to get me to put the tobacco down for a minute. And I get an email back from the state trooper, and what he does is he sends me copies of the emails he's sending out to people. So he sent this down to my records people. My records people are going to send him the records. And she is also going to pull every goddamn record she can find on my truck and send it to me. There is a 6-year hold put on my title. She has not canceled my title because I have not authorized my title being canceled. And she keeps telling me, that's still your truck. I'm not canceling the title. Evidently, this lady has the power to cancel people's titles. I mean, this is like I'm dealing with God here because she has the power to cancel people's titles. She says they try to cancel it, I'll just reissue you another one. She's got that power too. Oh my God, I am dealing with God. And I told her I'm making YouTube videos to keep record of this shit daily of what's going on because she says I'm pissing off some people that I shouldn't be pissing off. I said, well, it's just the goddamn Federal police. Fuck them. What are they going to do? Kill me? They can only kill me once. And she says, no, don't take that attitude. You'll get them because you got all the right paperwork. You've been persistent. They expected you to go away and roll over and lie down about it, and you didn't roll over and lie down like everybody else. Oh, I got a quickie one for you to tell you. Evidently, this Benford has been fucking up real bad. She has a guy come in that's looking for some goddamn paperwork because evidently his car was sold at auction. Turns out this guy bought a brand new 2018 Honda off a car lot, ran it out of gas. So while it's sitting alongside the road and he's got a gas can to go up and get some gas, I want to know how you run a Honda out of gas, but not everybody's goddamn bright. So while he's going to get some gas for it, the goddamn tow truck comes along, picks it up, disappears with his car, doesn't give any notice where it went to. Goes off to auction. He gets no notice it went to auction. They sold a brand new 2018 Honda for $13,000 at this auction. And his bank that he financed it through wants to know how come they were taken off the title. And the bank is going after the towing company. She says these towing companies are just screwing up all over here anymore and getting greedy and stealing people's vehicles. And I said, yeah. That's why I got out of working at the wrecking yard. My brother got out of working at the wrecking yard. And my cousin Jimmy got out of working at the wrecking yard. Jimmy hired this guy that we called Dopey because he was one dumb son of a bitch as one of the drivers. And evidently what this son of a bitch was doing at night when we closed up shop and would head home, the son of a bitch was coming up, grabbing one of the tow trucks and going out and picking up cars that were sitting alongside the road. Bringing them back, stripping them. What he couldn't strip off them, he was cutting up and throwing into cars that were going off to the scrapyard. That had the yard numbers in them. And Richie come back. Richie ran, the guy that ran the wrecking yard, owned and ran the wrecking yard. He comes back from a hunting trip and catches goddamn Dopey in the center bay of the shop, stripping out a Corvette. Now, Richie used to have a place called Rich's Corvette Specialist. That's the motherfucker that taught me how to do body work and fiberglass. And believe me, I can fiberglass like a motherfucker. I can do fiberglass. And Richie comes in and says, where'd the vet come from? And Dopey hems and haws and gives him a fucking song and dance. And Richie says, I know fucking better. Goes into his office, calls the state patrol. State patrol comes out, arrests Dopey. Dopey goes off for, I think it was 14 counts of Grand Theft Auto. Richie took a ding on that one but he was running an honest shop. See, a lot of things about Richie, but that some bitch ran an honest shop. And they just went to hell from there, and Richie just sold out the wrecking yard and sold it to Leo, and Leo, real good guy. Thirst, it's a good thing. So that's what's going on today. I'm expecting a big records drop tomorrow because, like I said, lady in Olympia is gonna send me a bunch of shit. The trooper's gonna send me what she sends him, so I'll have dual copies of it. And the trooper will look at all this shit and realize that the old man that he talked to ain't that fucking crazy.